And third time's the charm. Welcome to tonight's episode of Alignment, where we try as hard as we can to be ready, and it's never right. It's never enough. We got this. So
It never.
it never works. Technology, isn't it great?
Wait, who are you people and how did I get here?
Yeah, what is going on? We've been on a bit of a hiatus, so
I I was doing something else. Well, how am I here?
we got some confusion. So there is
My head hurts.
definitely there's definitely going to be a recap here. But first of all, let me reintroduce. We are Alignment Shift. I am your dungeon master, Cal. Joining me, we have George. We have Peggy.
Hello.
We have Kayla.
Hi.
We have AJ.
It's good to be back.
We have Mackenzie.
Howdy.
And we have Steven.
Why the stutter?
Because stutters are fun. I don't know. What's wrong with a stutter?
You're channeling him.
I was, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
feeble-mindedness.
Yes.
That's mean.
Well, that is a spoiler, but before we get to spoilers, let's roll that intro.
Spoiler.
Oh, and we're back.
And George
Hello.
isn't.
Did everyone have fun? George has disappeared.
Oh, he's back. Hello, George.
Perfect timing.
Hey, George.
Just enough time to reheat some pizza.
So,
Ooh.
we gotta recap. So, to pick up where we left off, Glaive Van Alta and Bernadictus engaged one another in perilous combat high above the city of Amman, culminating in them crashing down into the city through the quick thinking of Glaive casting a revivify spell just as they impacted on the ground. Bernadictus was subsequently killed and brought back to life, and Bernadictus became a stain on the Cloudtop district. Trusting in
very
his
nice.
friend Sipala to arrive at the scene of carnage, she cast the reincarnation spell, bringing Glaive Van Alta back from beyond in the form of a halfling, a stout halfling. Upon seeing this glorious transformation from a 6 foot some odd tall Goliath barbarian physique character into a small gnomish character piqued the interest of one Ambassador Aladar from Draconia. Ambassador Aladar had a close friend at the Bardic College who was in the study of attempting to grant racial abilities to other races. And having seen Glaive transform from one race to another, was interested in having her meet this individual and potentially learn something from this effect. After fending off some of the guards with a quick use of a charm person's staff, Aladar led the party to the Bardic College to meet with the professor, whose name is on a note I don't currently have open. Upon
Oh wait.
I just heard it today.
it.
It sounded like another word.
Sounded like another word. That's extremely helpful.
I know that's really
Very.
useful, but
It is
trust
very
me.
useful. Hold on, I will pull it
I want to
right
say
Did
Tina,
it start with an
but that's
A?
not it.
Mm,
It started with an A and it had a T in it.
up.
Athena?
Atina, that sounds right.
That was
Let's see what else.
close.
Atena?
Atenna. It was Atenna, I think.
That was so close. Edgar, bring me the toy.
That sounds right. Atena, that sounds right.
I believe that
To
was it.
Professor Atena at the Bardic College. Upon entering her classroom, it was revealed that she has not been seen in 2 weeks, and her class has been substituted by one Richard Johnson de Wang Palos.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
He displayed some of her work, in which he transfigured a pixie and a rat, killing the pixie in the process, and the rat ended up levitating at the end, announcing to the class that this was the previous work that had been accomplished before, but Atena's recent discovery of a way of continuing the spell without killing the previous entity and granting the racial abilities was what she discovered just before going missing. Or, well, not going missing, but not showing up to class, believed to be back in her room. So, the rest of the party headed behind the classroom, finding cages and cages of animals in various states of not being fed for 2 weeks, mostly dead and decaying bodies. However, a few were found alive, including one baby blue pixie dragon. Or fairy dragon, I'm sorry. Fairy dragon. To which was rescued perilously by the party. Angered by this inhuman display of animal cruelty, Aladar charged headfirst toward the door and got trapped behind bars. The party freed him, and eventually they stormed into the room, finding no one in the remaining bedchamber. After a brief investigation, the party found a secret tunnel beneath the bed. Heading on down in, directly beneath the Bardic College, it was revealed that there was a large light glow, a remaining scar from the attack on Amman 30 years ago. Fresh molten rock poured down an abandoned sewer. The party traveled down, battled with a strange slag-like elemental, continued further where they found a man.
But not any ordinary man.
But not an ordinary man. This man initially knocked Vale unconscious, and Elena kind of knocked her into a ruse using some form of fungal-based trap. To her, she was in Drina, back in the tavern, amongst people getting drinks, and approached by a handsome, stark gentleman with a black beard and black slicked back hair who complimented her and attempted to woo her, offering to buy her drinks and trying to figure out what she was doing here. The rest of the party came down the stairs to see a haggard, decrepit man hunched over with pustules and large boils covering 95% of his body, standing uncomfortably close to Elena in the same place that she was seeing a handsome gentleman. Elena attempted in her vision to strike this being, and was unable to do so, he retaliated by stabbing her back with what appeared to be a slick blade covered in some form of ichorous substance, immediately sending Elena into a drug trip in which she seemed to die and almost came back as a ravenous zombie, attempting to bite Aladar as he charged into the room, attacking his figure. After a few rounds of combat, this effect wore off, but Elena couldn't quite get the fire out of her blood and maintains this yearning sensation for
Spoilers.
that kind of injection again. Anyway, this creature was defeated, and on his final attack, his body erupted into a massive fungus like. I struggle to call it a trent, but a almost tree like being that battled the party. Attempting to flee through a wall, it cast one final spell at Eldorez, feebling his mind, but was then slain. And now, as molten rock pours slightly faster through the entrance of the room in, completely blocking the way you came. At this point, Atina approaches Aladar and Aladar, I'm so glad you're here. You must get us out of here. Aladar turns to them. Yeah, I look. I have a teleportation kind of scroll. It's a weaker version. It can only take 3 of us. So I can take myself, Tina, and one other. Bernadictus, will you come with us and escort us to the clerics?
I mean, sure, but Elena,
I can take.
Hmm?
I can take care of you. I'm
you just get this really awkward passing of a baby deal.
Support the neck. Support the neck.
As you pass Glaive between you, Glaive begins to awaken.
Please have a tiny voice. Please have a tiny voice.
I'm gonna wake up, and this is gonna be a bad dream. I'm gonna have clothes, and I'm still going to not be held by somebody that doesn't wash their hands when they go to the bathroom.
I wrap it on. It's fine.
I wasn't talking about you.
Look, I learned the hard way that just wrapping your hands in toilet paper is not an adequate solution.
Is it a veil thing or a George?
That was a George thing. Technically, that was a City of Heroes thing, the George thing. I'm not going to get further into it.
At this point, Atina comes over, grabs Bernadictus' hand, and Aladar. Aladar pulls out a small scroll, whispers a few words, and they all 3 out of the room. And you are left molten lava on one end and a gaping hole on the other, a seeming slit in the 20-foot-high wall, teeming with strange vines and mushrooms, and almost seems to breathe slowly in and out. And you hear as this wind.
Oh, screw you too. Can I look around for that dagger?
Yes, you may. Roll an investigation check.
I didn't roll any of my dice tonight, so Laura.
I would say Uldoris is going to help to give her advantage, but then realizes that he's an absolute moron idiot right now, so he doesn't actually give her advantage.
Roll to hinder.
You said investigation?
And yes, give me one moment.
That would be a 21.
And also, I need you to note right now,
Okay.
you currently have disadvantage on dexterity checks for your addiction.
Dang it!
It's a good thing
Okay.
dexterity and investigation aren't related.
No, I know. I just wanted to,
But
to
like,
remind.
that's like Elena's top skill is dexterity.
Don't argue. You can take it away.
Okay. Yeah, I want to look for that dagger. I got a 21.
Okay, 21. All right. So
George.
making your way over to the decrepit pile of disgusting fungus that once was this entity, you begin to rummage through its remains as you kind of move it aside. It makes this horrible squelching sound, and it almost seems to pull apart with your fingers, the fibers of the mushroom just peeling back. And as it peels back, you kind of find the form of the humanoid being inside the mushroom, its arms completely dislocated and elongated within the limbs. You eventually make your way toward the torso, pulling back more of this being with a sickening crunch, revealing its chest. And on its chest, you see a very small, thin dagger, sheathed in a very plain black hilt, um, attached to his waist.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that and pocket that.
Okay. Also, as you search, you find about 7 vials of almost immediately familiar to you from Whitestone, a very thick black liquid inside, almost as dark as ink. But the bottle itself is almost green with a red wax seal on the top. And
So
one of the
this is
bottles,
agony.
no, this was the other drug, not the non-agony. This was the quote unquote super agony, as someone referred to it.
Okay.
Actually, as you look at the bottle, you see on them there is a very small label, and on it is written, and I can finally tell you guys this.
Super agony.
Where is my note? I know I have it.
Maybe
on
he
here
can't
somewhere.
tell us.
Yeah.
Well, I have it from memory. It is written the word exanimus.
Ooh. How do you spell that?
EXANIMOUS, or it might be MUS.
It's
It
weird.
doesn't
Well,
matter. It's a made up drug. You can spell it however you want. It's fantasy
it's you.
world.
Here we are.
You don't know if it's
AXANIMUS.
That's a weird way to spell super agony.
I pocket those.
That's it's underdark.
If we rebrand it,
And Elena, as a matter of fact, just for you, since you had this effect happen to you, I will put it in your journal.
Great. Just put drug things.
Drugs
I
are
was
now
an
in Elena's journal.
enabler.
What is it
George.
Should say exanimus.
I found DM stuff items. Yes, found it. Chill. Chill. So excited. Okay, let's do this.
Okay. And as you search the rest of them, you seem to find anything else on the body.
Is there anybody else alive in this room besides us?
No. Glancing around, in this room, there were a number of elven-like entities strapped to the various tables, and as you look at all of them, they are all in various levels of um,
Decay.
not decay. I can't find the word in my brain right now. Autopsy.
Ooh. Kind of just want to burn this place down. But I think the lava will get to it before we do, so we need to make a hasty exit.
Is that
What are you
lava like
talking about,
encroaching
lava?
on us?
Uh, as you look back toward the entryway, you do see that the flow is getting heavier. You can kind of imagine that the backflow of lava may be getting bigger and bigger, and potentially the hole at the top has widened. and it has the potential to overtake this room eventually. You don't know how long you have, but you do know it's the potential.
That's pretty good considering I'm a
Oh,
blubbering
right.
idiot, right?
All right. Everyone else gets that. Oldoris, there is
Fire bad.
It's shiny.
So hasty exit, yes? Are we gonna go through the mushroom wall thing?
Well, it's not really like we have
Sounds
another
safe.
option.
You might want to be aware of spore traps, so nobody else hallucinates and turns into a whatever I turned into.
Can I have context here? What the hell is going on? And why
I
are your
was
hands so
sprayed by a mushroom, some like spore things, hallucinated, turned into a zombie thing, maybe on the.
They also invited me to the underworld.
That's dope. Not.
There's love over there. Vale,
Yeah.
you look like you got hit. Are you okay?
Am I conscious?
Yes.
Oh,
No, we're having this conversation with you by the door where the lava's coming through.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
It should be fine.
I did not realize I was conscious. When did that happen?
I don't remember. I just did.
Yeah, you're conscious.
Ah!
George, did I text you what was happening in your vision?
Vaguely.
Okay. So yeah, at this point you wake up from dazed haze. Everything kind of fades from your vision around you, and you're suddenly among everyone else.
What the hell?
Stuff happened.
We need
Can
to
one
make
of
a
you
hasty exit.
hold on? One of you give me my thing. Where is it? Does anybody have my stuff?
Yeah, it's in the bag of holding.
Vale, may I have the bag of holding?
What? No. That's mine.
His things are in its veil. We don't have time for this.
Sure, I'll pull his stuff out.
I only need the holy symbol.
Well, I have it marked down as Glaive's stuff, so you get the whole thing. Sorry. I know you told me the contents.
Plate mail I clearly can't wear.
That seems likely. And I'm not sure it's functional anymore.
After Glaive gets situated, Paula kind of hops over to him and grabs it.
I have a hula skirt on, like a kilt just tied on the side.
What the hell happened in here?
I
We
don't know,
went
but
in.
we're stopping that. I'm gonna cast Stone Shape and kind of put a wall with a pillar up against it, kind of like bracing a door against a barging enemy.
What?
Towards the lava?
Yes,
The lava goes around the room.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I did
I'm
as
trying.
well.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the map, and I can't seem to find it. I don't know why. The lava comes in at a point in the room, and it kind of circles around the edge and then flows out another corner. It's kind of on two walls, going all the way around. I swear I had this drawn up. Where is it?
It goes like this. It starts here.
What? Where is this being shown?
Just under where it says Amon.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it makes that shape.
Okay. And which part's the room? The inner bit?
This
All
is
right.
the room.
Gotcha.
And then
Room.
there's
Hard to
stairs
miss.
going,
I like it.
going
And
this way.
And where did we come from? Okay, is that where we came from?
Yeah. And the lava's now overtaken all of this.
Okay.
And I assume this is where the mushroom portal is.
Where was the lava going initially?
Over this way. Over
I
here.
like
Lava,
how the
lava.
lava's
Lava coming here.
Oh dear God, it's worse than I imagined.
I don't know
Uh,
what's happening.
We're
So
all
colors are
right
all
here.
colors are all messed up. Blue is the way to go. Green is lava. Red is room.
I'm
Because
sorry.
I feel like the lava had to go somewhere before we disrupted the flow.
Yeah, it's just kind of pooling into a corner, and it seems to be kind of draining downward, but not quickly.
Stupid lava. Well, I assume Control Flame is not strong enough to do anything about this.
You can certainly try.
Can we not and just
That's
leave?
okay.
Let's skedaddle.
I agree.
I'm gonna pull some cloth out of my bag and wrap it around my face.
Smart. You have any of those extra Dorolo sleeves that you stole from Whitestone?
Nope.
Deception check.
Here's Apollo. Do you need a bandage?
Wow, Vale.
Thank you.
Wyatt just takes some of. So Wyatt probably thinks.
I imagine he's already got one
Well, yeah. Well, he just takes some.
or something similar. Yeah.
All right.
Wrapping, but he's also think. I'm also believe I put Clave down at this point.
I like to think you did.
I need a marching order.
Do you have a spare one for Yoldoris at least, Vale?
Pretty sure I already gave Wildoris one like a long time ago.
Doris has
A
no idea
sleeve?
what any of you are talking about.
What the hell is wrong with Oldoris?
He is feeble-minded, or we don't know. Sorry. We don't know. We just know that the creature thing cast a spell on him, and now he can't really talk or do anything.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to approach Oldoris and loosely tie something around his breathing holes.
I don't know if I'm cognizant enough to understand what you're doing.
Should I roll animal handling? It's okay. Just work with me here, okay? No. Shh.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, well, that's worse. Oh, wait, I have actual dice. I don't want to use that. Oh, yeah. All right. 7. Starting strong.
Yeah, Oldoris, she's coming on really strong.
He?
She's coming on really strong. It's a little intimidating.
Well, yeah.
How am I perceiving her coming on strongly?
Well, yeah, females are the dominant.
I mean, a little bit forceful.
Truth.
Uldoris is instinctually going to use his barbed.
Oh shit!
I don't know how it works. Barbed hide. It's a feat from.
It's like
Skag.
if someone makes a melee attack on you, that you do like a D4 damage to them or something like that.
No, it's if you're like grappled or.
Oh yeah. I think it's both.
Are we all seeing this happen?
Oh God.
Yeah, you're watching this happen.
Wrangling a porcupine.
Can I try and stop it?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna like step in between them. That's kind of what's
Okay, it is. Oldoris is reacting. So you have time to.
It's the first time you've used this.
Do I need to roll for something?
Not you. You can't on his reaction. You'll be
Okay,
able to do it
that's
after
fine.
this.
Okay.
I just have to figure out how to.
As a
use
bonus
it.
action, you can protrude or retract your barbs. If they're out, they deal 1d6 piercing damage to a target you're grappling or being grappled by. This feature.
Trying to wrap something around my head.
Yeah, I'll say that requires
It's awfully
grapple.
close.
All right, so I just roll a d6 and you take damage.
Oh,
I don't have to roll to hit.
Doesn't sound like it, because we're already in contact.
That's
roll d6.
1.
I'm gonna cry if you kill me like this.
So I can't.
You cannot.
I
How?
cannot.
What the hell is that?
It's a reaction.
As
It's a bonus action.
Pause.
Or a bonus action.
As you come in and try to grab Oldoris to put this thing around his mouth, all of a sudden these like shards of white light just go out from his body and kind of slice your arm slightly.
All right, someone else do this.
And I just kind of like stare at her in the eyes, like back off. But all you hear is,
I like to think your spines just start rattling.
I take the piece of cloth from Vale and I like hold my hands up and like gently approach Yildoris.
Make another persuasion check.
That's what I tried.
they're trying to kill me.
Yes,
They're
with a
trying to
small
snuff
strip
me
of
out with-
fabric. It's a bad way to go.
That would be a natural 20.
All right.
Of course it
So
is.
now, Eldor, as you watch as Elena
Oh, luck deck.
calmly.
Luck deck.
Oh yes,
No,
look,
no.
thank
Hey,
you.
I need
What?
that luck though. Maybe it will be like
This only
run
hurts
addiction
me.
free.
Okay, Elena.
Yes.
In your notes, write down that you have a card which states, write it down as a luck card. It may be exchanged at any time for advantage on a saving throw.
Oh, so it's luck.
Yeah, basically. Well, no,
I have another luck.
each card is different. But,
Well, no, but that particular card is like the luck feat.
No, luck,
You have
luck lets you re-roll anything. This is just advantage on a saving throw.
On a saving throw. Okay.
This is how
Okay.
I'm gonna die.
So, Eldora, you watch now as Elena approaches calmly. The cloth held in hand. There's peace in her eyes, and as she comes up, you do feel almost a maternal like instinct wash over you, and you kind of feel the understanding that what she's doing is to try to help.
And I say, I'm gonna put this around your mouth so you don't breathe any of the ick. And I tie it around. And then I grab his hand and I kind of lead him over to the wall.
You hear behind you this. Everyone kind of turns, watching as Glaive, his gnomish form, lifts the stone from the ground, sealing off the flow of lava that you all came down.
I
This
thought that was
massive,
another monster.
this massive
That's
brickwork
Sorry,
sealed.
I'm really hungry.
There's a moment of quiet, and you hear behind this kind of hissing sound of air kind of pressing through the rock.
Dope. Okay, chill.
That ought to hold.
So I look through my bag to see if I have any type of cloth, and if I find something, I take a shred. Because I have a set of fine clothing, so I take like the bottom part of a shirt and tie it around.
And as you're doing that, then Glaive walks across the room, approaches the mushrooms, and I need is Searing Smite roll to hit?
Yes.
All right. Is that a melee spell?
Unfortunately. Hey, does anybody have my glaive? That'll give me some reach.
What?
He needs his weapon.
Does anybody have Glaive's glaive?
That would be in the bag of holding.
Would it?
Don't know about.
Do Porters not have reach in 5th edition? I thought
Yeah,
they did.
that's a
Yeah,
thing.
reach.
Yeah.
I have that on my weapon.
Okay.
I mean, I did have
So
that.
I'm half tempted to give you disadvantage with this massive 7-foot tall polearm.
Yes.
That is true.
No.
But advantage because it's funny.
Cal is correct. It has the heavy property, which small characters get disadvantage with.
Oh,
That's racist.
totally forgot about that.
Isn't it heightest?
You're not wrong.
So roll a disadvantage.
Okay. First
And
roll
it's
was
funny.
14. Second roll was an 18.
All
Okay,
right.
So that was on the dice. Sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
Not. Okay.
You hit. So
Woohoo! Let's see, that's a 10, and I need 6. Because I'm only using a level 1 for this. That'll be 8 slashing and 2 burning damage, and it burns until I end the concentration or it makes a save.
all right. As you slash into the wall near the opening, you cleave right through one of the tendrils, And as it goes in, you watch it burn and almost disintegrate into ash immediately upon contact with your blade. However, I would like you to make a quick dexterity saving throw.
I'm a gnome. I don't have the lucky thing. Oh, wait, but I'm a stout gnome. I think I have advantage against poisons.
You're about half.
My god, he's
Halflings have
changing
luck.
shape before my eyes.
I'm
Very
super confused. I thought I was a gnome. I'm a halfling?
Yeah.
No, that's why Sapala is super excited.
I have it. Okay, I'm racist here. I completely forgot what race Apollo was, and it
Wow.
won't let me change. Well, whatever.
We all saw Glaive turn into a halfling. He saw himself. He saw everyone else as a gnome.
I'm kind of offended now.
I'm kind of offended at myself. Are you kidding?
Wow.
Let's see. I do have advantage on poison. That's cool.
Are
I
you
don't know
sure
if
you
this is a
don't have
poison round.
luck?
I'm pretty sure halflings have luck.
Yeah, the lucky racial.
Yeah, you do. When you roll
It's
a 1
on
on
a-
attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the die and must use any roll.
Anyways, my roll was an 11, and I only rolled once.
Okay. As you slash through, all the tendrils suddenly grab onto the glaive and begin kind of pulling it out of your grasp, attempting to pull it away. If you want to fight it, you'll have to make a strength check.
Oh, I'm not as good at that anymore. Yatta! Nope, that thing's hard gone.
All right. Suddenly, your glaive out of your fingertips and is pulled into the maw and is kind of dangling 20 feet up in the air as it's pulled away.
Son of a... Hey, give that back! That's not
Is that a magical glaive?
I'm gonna go with no, because I didn't get a chance to do my weird class stuff.
I think it's silver.
Right.
'Cause it was.
I've always thought Glaive
So
was magical.
as it is pulled up, halfway down the shaft of your glaive, two of the tendrils, and it snaps in half.
Now you can use it without disadvantage.
Dick.
Just saying.
So wait, we're supposed to go through this wall?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I forgot something. Divine Strike adds another 2d8. Fire damage. For the what?
For the what?
That'll be a 7. That'll be an 8. That's an extra 15 fire damage.
Okay, so the one tendril that you really disintegrated even more.
Yeah. Take that, tendril.
It's really gone.
I don't want to go through that.
Well, it's either die by lava or mushroom. So
Sometimes I just want to die. Say the mushrooms then.
All right, is everyone going going that direction?
This seems like a terrible plan.
Let me check this.
well, I'll go first.
Was that Sapala?
Yeah.
I'll go behind Sapala and I'll gently bring Eudorus behind me, and I also kind of want to look out for stringy traps.
Does it seem aggressive to the fire?
Yes.
Specifically.
There does it does seem
Or
to
just
be.
in general?
There is not any fungus near the molten lava. I will point. But I wouldn't say it's aggressive toward it. It's not trying to
Can I
attack.
insight check the fungus?
So who's after Eldorez?
I will. I am drinking a potion on the way.
Okay. Vale, then we have only 2 people left, I believe. Who's next?
Wyatt and Glaive.
Oh, I was gonna say I'd imagine Glaive would be next to me, but okay.
Glaive, do you want to be up
I'm
with Sif?
naked.
Where do you guys want to be? I got 2 more people.
be by Sapala.
Okay. And Wyatt in the back. All right. So as you go to step forward, Sapala and Glaive.
Aye.
Sapala. 11. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. Does a 12 hit?
No.
One of the
Wait,
tendrils.
hold on.
I don't think that'll hit.
No,
One of the
it doesn't hit.
one of the tendrils on the walls lashes out, whooshing past your head. As it does, it also continues its momentum toward Glaive. Does a 13 hit?
Yes.
Okay, the tendril slaps you right in the arm, dealing 3 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of poison damage as it slashes across your arm, this red mark just leaving a massive welt in your arm.
You said 3 points?
Yes.
Okay. 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 Ow.
As you... Yep.
Can I bring out my flame blade?
You can.
I'm going to.
Okay, as you're pulling that out, Elena, you step into the crevice and none of the vines seem to react to you. And as you pull Oldores forward, Oldores does a 12 hit.
No.
One of the tendrils really close by, causing you to kind of out of the way.
I did come on.
And then Vale, as you come up behind, that's a natural 20.
That misses.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage and 6 points of poison.
Glad I just healed. How much? 12 total?
12 total. And finally, as Wyatt comes in, a 7, I assume, will not hit. So as you walk into the vines on the wall, all begin to writhe and start lashing out. All at everyone except for Elena.
I don't like this.
So Cal, I don't know if you were joking with me or not in that text, and you never answered whether you were joking or not, and it was rather frustrating.
What are you referring to?
Because you kept adding that little smiley face at the end, and it's like, well, that basically nullifies everything you just said to me.
I remember the context. I don't remember what I said.
Here, I'll just copy and paste it.
Yeah, please do.
Should I go first, or are we just gonna keep going in this order?
I don't
I'm
see
gonna
anything.
know what to do.
What?
We continue.
Hurriedly.
All
Yeah,
right.
hurriedly.
You begin to hurry forward as Sapala pulls out her flame blade. You do see that the fungus seems to kind of recoil away from her as she pushes on. Glaive.
I'm gonna use produce flame then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna set a torch on fire.
I'm a little fire.
I'm just gonna start hitting the tendrils with my fire attack things.
All right. With your fire what?
Attack.
I have
Alright.
divine strike. I just deal a d8 of fire.
So first,
Not
right
2d8.
as you were pressing forward, the first tendril comes at you. 15 to hit.
Me? Yes.
Yep. That'll be 1 bludgeoning, 1 poison.
I found out that I have resistance to poison. So do you do resistance down to 0, or is it still 1?
I think that's 0, right?
Well, it's half
If you
rounded.
say it's 1, then it's 1.
It's half rounded down, isn't it?
Yes. That is
Then-
the rule.
Then yeah. So we're gonna go like this. I forgot to change that to players, so you don't know what I just did.
Not a clue.
Papaya.
What?
Papaya.
Oh, that's what I thought you said.
I see black.
I still don't understand, but
Wait, you guys came down here out riding on lava?
No, there's
I
a
don't remember doing
walkway.
that.
There was a walkway.
Oh.
All right. So Glaive, you're doing your attack, correct?
Yup, I am hitting anything that comes at me.
All right. Roll to hit.
Doris will drool on himself.
Wyatt, you said you're holding a fireball, right? Firebolt. Vale has a torch. Sapala has the flame blade. Elena had something already, but pulled out a as well.
It was to help Eudoris.
20.
Oh,
you know
are you holding it near Oldoris?
Yes.
You know what? I'm dumb. I'm just light up my hands.
Give him those nucks.
Since I haven't used it yet.
What the F is going on over there, cat?
Meow.
Mow.
Probably exactly what he sounds like too. Ow.
She knows too
No.
much.
Percival's very
Mow.
high pitched meow.
Meow.
Mow. Mow.
Yeah,
Mow.
like that.
Mow. Mow.
This is what everybody tunes in for.
The
Right.
mowing.
That's why I'm here.
And we
That was
missed you,
good.
George.
Huh?
I missed you, George.
Oh, thanks, Kayla. Someone had to.
I missed everyone, really. Even though I saw Kayla on Sunday, I still missed her.
I miss her too.
You
I mean,
miss
you.
Kayla?
You miss
No, I
Kayla.
miss. No, I miss you.
Okay. All right then.
We're waiting on Glaive's attack here. Do anything?
Oh, 23.
23. Yeah. All right. So what is your fire-based spell you're doing?
It is called Divine Strike. Anytime I hit with a weapon attack, I add 1d8 of fire.
All right. What weapon are you using?
Half a
I
glaive.
am hitting things with my shield
Oh.
because I have Tavern Brawler.
All right. So you slam your shield into the wall. Roll your damage.
All right. No. Physical is going to be 4 damage, and
Okay.
I rolled max 8 damage on fire.
Okay. The mushrooms in that very particulate part of the wall shrivel and burn away as you grind your shield into them against the stone. There's almost an audible shiver throughout the entire cavern as you destroy that. You almost hear this as they burn away.
Me no like.
Okay. So you are where I have revealed on the fog of war there in a cavern ahead of you. Actually, you know what? Let me reveal what you can see.
Oh, there we are.
It's near bottom left.
You see
Oh.
that.
Roll 20 just did something weird.
See
Hey.
that.
Come on.
And you see
Oink.
that. Okay, yeah. Everyone plop your characters in there.
I am Blue Man again.
Oh no.
No.
Roll 20 did something weird for me. It is now loading back up.
Oh.
Interesting.
Did it do the thing where it suddenly decides to die and it comes back?
Yeah, I was like, oh, goodbye.
Peace.
And now I see black.
Every
Oh my god.
Every time.
We get
And I
it,
could
Elena.
never
You have a
figure out
nice
how to
picture.
resize it
Jeez.
properly.
Doris, get back!
Oh my gosh.
All I
Ah!
see is black.
She's advancing. Oh, Doris, no, it's not
Will
safe.
somebody
No,
resize-
she's
oh,
gonna
no,
step
it's
on you.
not working.
Oh, there
Okay.
it is. I finally found it.
Like it's a cow thing.
What?
Elena's
Oh.
large.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Can't resize it.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
Oh god.
A giant rave.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
God.
It's worse.
It's too big. Too big.
She has become part of the infrastructure.
How to make Sipala
I'm pretty
smile.
sure
How
that's the
massive
Leno
fan
ally.
though.
Where's Glaive? Is this Glaive?
That's great.
Yeah,
I am blue.
the
Hello,
nondescript one.
Blue. Abu dee da boo.
Glaive the
There's-
nondescript.
I cannot wait for the
Still
new
very
Glaive.
Actually,
large.
At this point, Oldoris. Yeah, Oldoris. Glaive. As you
Yes.
smash into the fungus on the wall, it kind of seems to shrivel up the wall, and some parts of its dead, decrepit form kind of slop on you, covering you in this almost pus-like ichor.
Ew.
Wipe
I
it off.
just, I wipe it off.
All right.
Gross.
However, at this point, you see now the tendrils, which had been almost lashing towards you, Glaive, are no longer reacting to your presence, much the same way they are not reacting to Elena. However, everyone else that is holding a flame-like spell, the tentacles on the walls are like toward them and then shrinking away from the fire.
He was doing that without fire.
Well, this is incredibly gross. And then I continue moving on.
Okay. So same marching order. Sapala, as you're holding the flame blade in one hand, you keep wincing and jerking at the tentacles that seem to be lashing toward you, not wanting to get close enough to your flame blade. However, to your right, the tentacles next to Benedictus almost seem to shrink and
Glaive.
move
Glaive.
or Glaive. Yep, sorry, Glaive seem to almost shrink and move out of his way.
They do look
Much the same way with Elena as you're moving forward. They are kind of parting in front of her. However, with Oldores, Vale, and Wyatt, they are still lashing towards you, and you're having to kind of turn constantly, pushing the fire toward these mushrooms as they get closer and closer.
Well, that's weird.
What's weird?
Where?
Okay.
Well, I mean, they're not lashing out at y'all. At you and Elena.
I mean, did you see what I did to that one mushroom back there?
I mean, yes,
just-
but
I just wrecked its face. Or its plate thing? Mushrooms have things.
Can we just get a move on, please?
All
I
right.
mean, I assumed we were still walking.
Oh.
Where are you going? There is a couple paths you can take.
Straight.
Left is always right.
All right, so moving the figures so that they match the marching order.
What did I do there?
I'm still giant compared to everyone else. I'm just saying.
It's the drugs. Elena's
They give
changed.
you an inflated ego.
Whatever.
All right, as you come by this point, there is a dark hallway to your right, a straight stone square room to the front that actually looks to be part of the original sewer system in here, though the rest of the walls are completely covered in fungal growth, and a
Gross.
hallway of mushrooms to the left. Make a perception check, Glade.
Halflings do not have dark vision or low light vision. Does that matter at all?
You do not, so there's just a pitch black hole.
There's a fair amount of fog. It's probably some dim light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of getting down there, but it is a very dark hall.
Okay.
Does one
I
hole have
one
less
light
fungal?
spell. Is
I-
one. Hang on. I'm fighting D&D Beyond. Thank you.
Oh, what was your perception check?
Well, my perception check is going to be a. Ooh. That's okay. Sheet here. I'm not used to doing D&D on a computer anymore. This sucks.
What are you looking for?
That'll be a 12 perception.
12. All right. It's eerily quiet in these hallways that seem to almost move and breathe like you are inside the brachial tube lung, and you hear the whooshing of the wind. And a little bit too late, amongst the ambient sound of this almost alive tunnel, you hear, muffled beneath everything, a very low. Just as you turn, a very small, almost dog like entity comes bounding out of the darkness and lashes onto your arm. Attempts to lash onto you. Gosh, I'm rolling for shit tonight. With a 4.
No.
You put up your arm and press it into this fungal dog creature. It has 6 different legs, each of them lashing, trying to grab onto you and push you backward. You stumble into Sapala as you shove it off, and 2 more of these creatures pad forward down the hallway.
So is it an animal or is
It looks like a fungus.
hmm,
Oh,
Jello
is it
dog.
cute?
They are not cute. They are quite gross.
Okay.
Ah.
All
Those
right.
things should be too.
Initiative.
Rolling. +2. 10.
Again?
Plus all the things.
Everything.
Yeah,
This
that
is
wasn't
not
wrong.
good. I'm just saying, this is not good.
We're in danger.
I don't know why you'd think that.
Because I can't do anything right now.
What? That's ridiculous. You're clearly a puppy. Just give them hugs.
Am I still connected?
You did damage to me. I believe in you.
Okay.
All right. 25 to 20.
22.
20 to 15.
I got 19.
15 to 10.
14 for.
Hey, I know that guy.
10
I
on
don't know.
Glaive.
What was that, Glaive? 10?
10.
Oh, I
shit.
got a 22.
I forgot to say I was
Sorry.
Wow.
Pay attention.
God. Just-
Sapala, what were you again?
19. I've missed being called Sapal.
All right. I'm sorry. 17, 15 to 10 again. What was it? It was Eldorus
Honduras with a 14.
and then Glaive.
Mhm.
And then. Okay. Top of the round. Vale.
Hey, that's me. How much width is there in this tunnel? Like, is it?
It's 5 feet for the squares.
Yeah, but is it like 10-ish wide? Like it kind of looks here.
It is what the where the squares are. I can't try to zoom in here.
They're kind of hard to see.
Where are you talking about? Are you talking
Like
about
just the tunnel we're in. How wide is it?
where you currently are? Is about 10, 13 feet where you currently are, kind of opening up a bit to where the dog is.
Okay, so I can reasonably get around people to get
Oh
there.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. The hell was that?
Sorry.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself. And well, this seems like the best option. So I will run in and fire punch it.
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh god, it's been so long. How do I fight?
Right?
well.
All right. Well, that's not fantastic. Is
you
it by
are.
chance flanked?
It is not.
All right, then 16.
That hits.
Oh, that's good. I rolled really badly. The sound of a d4. So my dex bonus goes to the bludgeoning part of the damage, right? I would assume.
Yes.
All right, so that's 10 bludgeoning and 4 fire damage.
Okay. As you rear back, ready for this massive battle with this disgusting creature, you go to punch into it, and your fist, expecting some resistance,
Not really.
meets almost none. And from the front of its face to its backbone, completely caves in, and the entire creature just folds in on itself.
In a good way or a bad
Eh.
way?
In a dead way.
Oh, so a good way.
Wow.
It's. I want to like. I can see myself just like, yeah, take that, and like throwing a shoe at the next one.
Imagine, if you will, Bruce Lee punching a mushroom.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Okay, are you gonna do another action?
I'm kind of thinking about it.
Throw your shoe. Throw your
Throw
shoe.
your shoe.
You know, these shoes are pretty ugly.
Mm.
No, I'm not gonna throw my shoe. Maybe later.
I'll throw my
Throw glaive. Throw glaive.
Throw the halfling.
5, 10. Are we going by like
Squares.
the measurement or the squares?
Squares.
Squares. Okay, so are these things large then, or
They're rather large.
okay? 5, 10, 15, 20-ish.
Are they taller than me?
Excuse me. 25.
They
30,
are
35.
just slightly
actually
taller
say
than you.
60.
They're probably about a
So-
meter.
I guess I will run here and I will fire kick this one
Okay, roll to hit.
so I can still use my shoe.
Let
It's
that
just not
bottle
fun.
touch-
On the table. A lot. More than I rolled last time.
You kick it in the side of the face, and its entire body flies up 10 feet in the air and splats against the wall, showering you with fungal ichor.
And I assume it doesn't need to be said, but I am trying not to breathe this.
Okay, you can try.
I mean, being in this horrible place, we've taken precautions.
Okay, you have your
I
face
think it's
covered,
safe to
but
assume I'm not going like, oh yeah.
but let me ask, you are still breathing, correct? You are not holding your breath completely?
I mean, I could probably do it for a turn safely.
Okay, you can do it for a turn. So we're going to say you're going to hold your breath for a turn?
Sure.
Okay. And you backed away there?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Do you not have the cloth over your face?
I do.
And-
But I mean, it's tying a sleeve around one's face is not 100% foolproof.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm just making sure I have all
But
my facts.
It's a
All right.
Rolo
Is that the end of your turn, or are you going to throw your?
Yeah. No,
All right.
I've taken all my actions.
All right, Elena, it is your turn.
So I'm gonna drop my torch.
Wait,
What? Kayla,
was
what?
the Lena before me?
Yes, 'cause I
You
got
had
a
a
22.
22.
Oh, okay, sorry.
She forgot to speak up.
My fault. Alright, so I'm gonna drop my torch. Bring out my bow. Is that a full action or no?
That is an action.
Well, then that's my action. Oh no, bonus action, I want to cast Hunter's Mark on this dude. Just
Okay.
in case.
All right. Hunters marked. Got it. All right. Sippleopicus, it's your turn.
Sipilophagus.
Yeah.
That was good, thank you. I've missed all the names. So I'm gonna let's see where am I? So is this dude still right there?
Yes.
Back here? Okay.
Yep.
Well, good.
Probably 30 feet.
25
Probably 25.
Yes, 30.
Yeah, your measurement's not going to work on this map. You got to go by
Yeah, it's
the
not to
grid.
scale.
Yeah.
Sorry.
25,
Each square is 5.
30, 35, 40.
She's 25 feet though.
How far?
It's roughly 40, 45 feet away from.
Sorry, I cannot find anything.
Oh, real quick, did these things appear to have visual senses?
They're definitely. They don't seem to have eyes. They are definitely reacting to you.
Okay.
Well, I would run over there and attack it, but then I really couldn't hit it, so. Um, mm, I'm sorry.
You could always just hold an action until it comes closer.
Sure, I'll do that.
All right. Holding your action until it comes closer. As you're standing there readying yourself to see this creature, from the center of its head, it suddenly splits open, revealing this row of teeth that are horizontal with its body. And that split opens up all the way down its back, revealing a mouth as long as its entire body.
Oh, it's so cute.
And it is Wyatt's turn.
So it's only this one map down here
Yep, that's it.
Lie.
Do I have visual on it?
No, there is a wall. That's a wall still.
I'm blocking it.
Hang on. Wall.
Whoa!
Oh, okay. Can I see it now?
Yes. Kind of over Vale's shoulder. Do you have spell? Do you have spell sniper?
I'm not giving it cover.
I mean, you're standing in a hallway.
Yeah, I can duck.
Okay.
I have a lithe frame.
This is true.
I'm quarter cover at best.
I had it with
All right. Roll to hit.
a good old firebolt. That is a 21.
Barely hits. Their armor class is 10.
Oh shit. My favorite terrain.
With 7 HP.
Well, I rolled more than that.
Sure.
11. Fire.
11. All right. And as your firebolt, it goes straight through the center of that gaping maw, ripping it completely in half. It just kind of falls over, leaving this. And we're going to take our break 10 minutes early because my wife just asked me to do something.
Okay.
All right.
So,
We'll be back in a little bit.
we'll be back. Give me just a few minutes. I'm sorry. Be right back. Waiting to hear the fuck.
Oh my.
Oh.
Okay, we're
Come
live.
back from the stream.
That's
Out
how
of
we do it.
context, D&D.
All right. Hello, we're back, and we're back. So, picking up right before the break, the fungi dogs have
They're
now
fun
been
guys.
defeated. The party stands over them, veil now caked in this thick pus. Did anyone else deal melee damage to them?
I didn't
No.
get a chance to go yet, so no.
No. All right. So, Vale, as you're kind of covered there, you look around at the tendril wall, which all seem to kind of recoil away from you. The shaking forms still on the ground begin to vibrate and pulsate and
No.
move toward
Bad.
each other. I need everyone, except for Vale,
Bad DM.
to make a Constitution saving throw.
Chill.
Ugh.
Single die rolls.
Okay.
I rolled
Okay.
so well, you guys.
So
All right.
proud. So
Well,
proud.
Doris, what'd you get?
13.
Okay. Sapala, what'd you get?
I got a 3.
Okay. Wyatt, what did you get?
I have a 22.
Okay. Glaive, what did you get?
22.
Okay. Helena, what did you get?
16.
Okay. So, in that case, I'll just erase these names here. Actually, I'll just put them down here. Glaive, Y, and Vale. Okay. So, Sapala Uldores, though there's very little context for Uldores, and Elena. The world in front of you down this hallway seems to shift and bend around. And instead of the gray-green fungal walls that had been on there, you see a beautiful white marbled entryway leading
Great.
to a golden cathedral at the end of the hall. In the middle of the hallway, you see standing a tall, black-haired individual with a well-groomed black beard.
No.
It's Wyatt.
It's Wyatt.
Those of you who got under or over a 20, which is Glaive, Wyatt, and the one who said that they were holding their breath for that turn, instead see the hallway looking completely normal, except the forms of these dogs are now emitting kind of sporous gas that fills the hallway in front. Kind of coalescing in the shape of a humanoid being standing in the center of this hallway. But you all hear echoing all around. The three of you that are hallucinating hear it centralized from the figure, but the rest of you hear it coming from the very walls and vibrating from every single mushroom. Well, I must say, it was very rude of you to come down here into my home and attack me unprovoked. But
Is
I
this
must.
the same guy that I saw before who was hitting on me.
Same guy.
Damn it.
You couldn't tell?
I mean, I could. I just wanted to be sure, okay?
I would hope you exit.
It. I just wanted
Piggy, you're
to
from
be
there.
sure. Okay.
Hmm.
But I'll be.
You started this, Cal. You did this.
We've been attacked nonstop since we got down here. What do you mean unprovoked?
I did not attack you until that beautiful creature behind you attempted to attack me. But I must say myself, if she was not interested, you are a beautiful creature as well.
I actually took like a full 10 seconds going, what's he referring to?
With those ears, that hair, angular physique, you must be a purebred elf.
Yeah, I'm gonna let
Wait a
this guy
minute.
fire
Are
now.
we all hearing this?
You are all hearing this.
Even those that weren't affected?
As I said, the ones who are affected are hearing it from him. Those of you that are not affected are hearing it echoing through every mushroom on the walls. You can kind of see as little openings in them like vibrate and hold like vocal cords in the wall.
Are
I
the
just wanted
ones
to
if
make
this
sure.
guy's flammable.
affected, are we hearing what Vale is saying?
Yes, actually,
Okay.
in this case. Unlike before, you see the rest of your party around you.
Okay. Alright.
What is your name, young?
I'm about to light this guy on fire. Any objections?
But
Would
I didn't
not
think so.
say that out
Yeah, I
loud,
want to do it
Vale.
too.
Alright. Produce flame. I'm throwing a tiny little ball of fire. Not- Not a fireball, but a teeny little ball of fire.
I don't want to be turned into a
I'm gonna
zombie
wait until that
again.
fireball hits.
This is
and
an
if
experiment.
it does anything, then I'll do something.
Roll to hit.
Oh, shit, that's right. Casting's a thing.
Rolling the hit.
How do I cast?
You roll the dice.
Ranged spell attack.
So
I have those.
D20 plus your spellcasting modifier with
Yeah, I'm picking a die.
Pick a live.
21.
21. As actually, this is a new turn. So first, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. And you spoke.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, and with disadvantage.
Oh, sure, why not?
where's the disadvantage?
Has to do
Brain
with
cancer.
brain cancer.
it's like I
has
was
to do-
saying, for my next
It
character.
has to do with him being fungal.
You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna roll a 1 right now, and I'm gonna go unconscious again, because that's what happens when I try and use this cantrip. That's what happened when we were fighting Diamac. Oh, Jesus Christ, I thought that was a 1. That's worse, but it's not a 1 still. The first one was a 7, and kind of looked like a 1, and
Okay.
it scared me.
Okay.
The second one was a 2, so
So 2,
5.
5. All right then. So as you go to prepare the spell in your hand, you glance back up, and instead of seeing the shimmering, just kind of cluster of spores, you now see this brilliantly handsome individual standing down there. Unfazed by this, you release the spell, casting it toward him. To Glaive and Wyatt, the flame passes harmlessly straight through the center of the spores. To Elena, Oldores, Sepala, and Vale, as the flame comes toward him, he holds up a palm, and the fire stops, seemingly in midair. And he begins to walk towards you, Vale, pushing the fire along the hallway. You see it emanating heat, distorting the air in front of him. And for the second time tonight, I am forced to say that was just rude.
You ever
Yeah,
heard
and
the
you're
phrase "not
creepy.
interested"?
Not from one like you. And as he gets closer, you begin to feel, he's about 5 feet away at this point, you begin to feel the heat.
That sounds like
Coming.
melee range.
The heat coming off the very spell you had just cast as it gets closer towards you. He's in melee range now.
This always happens after I rolled a hit, and you're like, "Wait, no, do this." It doesn't do damage anyway. Just want to throw a fireball.
Fireball?
Well, no, I didn't see the fireball go through him. So
Yeah.
Can I stab him?
I don't want to like strike him, but I want to push.
Can I stab him with his dagger?
Can I tell him he's a creep?
So Elena, as he's coming up, you're going to try to attack him.
Yes.
Okay. As Sapala shouts out over your shoulder.
He's a creep.
He is.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Can I also attack?
Yeah. Go ahead.
'Cause I
Roll to
didn't
hit.
see the thing go through him. So, as far as I know, he's still physical, or he is
Yep.
currently physical.
That'd be a 17.
16. No. 17. Single attack, right?
Yes. Hold on. Okay. As the two of you come forward, he suddenly dodges completely out of the way, faster than Vale can even move. Elena, you go to stab him, and he dexterously moves your hand out of the way, forcing the blade into the wall next to you. Glaive and Wyatt, you just watch as Vale and Elena are just swatting at the air.
On brand.
Yeah.
That sounds like another attack is necessary.
Right?
Roll to hit.
All right, this time. Ooh, shit. Oh man, it makes me happy because I rolled well, but it also makes me sad because I know it's not going to do anything. 31.
Ooh.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. You punch directly where his face should be. And as he does, he puts up a hand and just catches your fist in midair, right in front of his nose, with seemingly no effort. Same with you, Elena. As you go to stab him again, he harmlessly just swats you to the side. As he's holding your hand veil, he gets creepily close to you,
My hand's still on
leaning
fire.
leaning in.
Dude. He needs
Ah.
to chill.
I recognize you.
I don't think you do.
I think I've heard your name before.
You can always.
You're the one that was from the cult. You.
The what?
The cult.
Okay.
Vale, I think your name. He glances over your shoulder at Elena, recoiling from having missed. That must make you all the meddlesome children told.
Very Scooby Doo moment.
I know a woman who would pay a to have you all there.
Doris is in the corner going, "Ree."
Oh God.
Sorry, she said Scooby Doo.
Sorry.
He stiffens up and begins to walk slowly, not turning away from you. Very well. I was gonna offer you a chance at immortality, but you have chosen death. Come. Come deeper and find me. I'll be waiting.
We ain't looking for no date, sir. You better skedaddle along.
And he kind of vanishes. However, for all of you affected, looking around, the entire hallway is a pristine black, gold, and white marble hallway. Same layout as the room you're in, but no more fungus lies in sight. The entire place is a beautiful, almost temple-like atmosphere around you. But to Wyatt and Glaive, you are in a stinky, smelly cavern, strange carnivorous plants lashing out at every second.
Hey, Wyatt,
Let's get out of here.
can you tell me what's wrong with Eldoris? He's over there gnawing on his thumb.
Kind of hit
I'm gonna walk over to Eldoris.
Doris looks over at Glaive and just kind of stares at him wide-eyed with his head cocked off to the side, almost looking through him.
Like a little puppy.
I'm gonna take out my last
People
diamond,
imagine Gildoris is quite adorable.
and it just kind of poofs, and I cast Greater Restoration on him.
Oh, praise God.
Okay. Well,
You can
Doris,
call
as you
me
are
Glaive.
as you are sitting there, your mind idled. Suddenly, there's the faintest, slightest spark in the back of your mind, a burning ember in your brain. And as you look into Glaive's eyes, that ember to fan and catch fire, and like a spreading wave through your entire body, everything fall into place. Memories become back. Once in your brain, everything comes swarming in at once, and your mind is clear.
I caught most of that. You're breaking up pretty bad, but I caught most of that. Enough. Oh,
You smart again.
Okay.
you have no idea. It was the worst thing ever.
I'm already walking
felt
towards a
absolutely
limited veil. Okay, you two are next. I don't know what you people brought me into, but okay, let's calm down, Glaive. Let's calm down. You passed out in the middle of the street after jumping out of an airship that was 10,000 feet above the city, and then all of a sudden you're in the bottom of some kind of tomb filled with carnivorous monsters and mushrooms. Why?
There's no mushrooms anymore.
Hi, Sapala.
What?
Anyways, maybe it'll work. Also, why are my glasses not working? That's weird. Material, none. I am going to attempt lesser restoration disease on Bale.
Okay. As you hold your hands to concentrating on the disease aspect of the spell, you search and feel almost around in her, and there is a physical, tangible thread within her brain, like a growing infection spreading inside her skull. You follow them, leading to a massive in the lower base. The spine connects to the skull, and with the spell, you seize it and feel it burn away. The walls of the room around you begin to veil, the illusion around you shimmer and vibrate violently. Suddenly, like a shattering mirror, crash around, bringing you back to the reality. Dank, disgusting underbelly of the mind.
I hate this place. I hate
I
this
hate
place
that
a
you
lot.
brought me here.
You also no longer have disadvantage on
I'm so jealous.
Huh?
All right, who else
don't-
got hit with it?
Disadvantage on what?
You no longer have disadvantage on fungus check.
I did.
Oh, good.
So did Sapala and Gildoris.
This,
well, I would assume that mine was fixed with the greater
yeah.
restoration.
this,
Yes, yours was fixed.
is this a safe-ish looking area?
Sure looks like it. It looks like a square
Okay.
room.
But is it covered in horrible fungus that's trying to kill us?
A little bit less than the rest of the room.
Elena,
Not
get
quite
over
empty,
here.
but a little less.
All right, I'm gonna go in here and just start trying to clear out the fungus.
All right.
Not
You're
by
clearing it with your
yourself.
burning hands.
Just, huh?
You're clearing it with the
Not
burning
by-
hands.
I want to do it slowly so I can like burn the shit out of any spores that appear.
Okay. Who's Bernadictus said, or not Bernadictus? Dang it! I'm gonna say that for a while now.
Glaive.
Glaive.
Yeah, I know.
Not by yourself.
That's why I'm
Nice.
going very slowly, like just a teensy little bit at a time.
Okay.
Not by yourself. That's not negotiable. What happened when I was out?
Hell if I know, I was out too.
Why were you out?
I don't
What
know.
happened?
I don't know.
Elena, lesser restoration. I slap it into her head of frustration.
He slaps
Ow.
the back of your neck where he jumps up to slap the back of your neck, where he knows that the fungal growth had latched itself at the base of the spine. You feel that warm pulse through you, and the illusion around you shatter.
Oh, praise God. Am I still addicted to drugs?
I love how it's the first thing you say.
We can
I
only
think
hope.
it only
It
does
only
one
stops
cure at
one
a time.
Yeah, it only stops one, so you are still feeling the effects of it.
Damn it. Do I still have disadvantage on dexterity?
Yep.
Okay, chill. I gotta find out, Okay, here's what happened. You fell from the sky, you saved Bernadictus, then Sapala changed you into a halfling, then this other dragonborn came up, distracted the guards so that we could get away. I don't know where Laura and Andor are. And then we came and helped him to find his friend because he wanted to show her Sapala and her great skill of resurrecting you, but also changing you into a halfling. And then we came here, we found some fairy dragons. She was kidnapped, possibly, I'm still doubting that, by that weird growth thing that was in the other room. Okay. And yeah, we had to go under her bed and into the underneath of Amon and just yes. So now that's how we got here. And then somehow Vale and I got dosed by a spore thing because we were looking for traps, but we didn't know about this trap. She passed out. I had a hallucination and then died kind of, but was like resurrected at the same time. A lot. Did you get all of that?
Does that cure your curiosity?
Oh, and Dolores here was
Let's not talk about it.
yes.
He was just rubbing his temples, moaning loudly to
Can we
himself.
please get out of here? Or we need to help Sapala probably break her
Yeah.
illusion. And can we get out?
Sipala's probably like trying to relax right now because she's like, "There's nothing wrong."
Vale's basically just sitting on the ground in frustration right now.
I would not sit on the
Similar
ground.
to Glaive.
It's probably covered in ick.
So am I.
I mean, Vale, you're clearing that room, right?
No.
Okay.
Let's get out of here and let's not go that direction. Let's help Sapala now.
Sapala was affected too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have no spells. Lesser restoration. Disease.
Sapala, the illusion
little
around you
tender.
the illusion around you suddenly shatters just as you were starting to find peace. Back, face first, with a angry carnivorous tentacle.
Well, this is gonna be a long day.
Reality
Okay,
is often
let
disappointing.
us get out of here and let's not go down that direction. And I point in the direction of the where the dude walked off. Let's not go in that direction. And let's get the F
Alright.
out of here.
Does anyone have a vacuum cleaner?
No. What is a
What is a
vacuum
vacuum?
cleaner?
Would be very convenient. Just saying.
Can we get out of here?
Do you know
Yes,
where to
we
go?
can.
In
Calm
the
down.
opposite direction of that.
Towards the lava.
No, there's another path. Isn't there 3 paths?
There's, from what you can see, there is a path here, or here, 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 here.
What is the least fungal infested?
Probably here.
Let's go that way. Out of the fungal.
So this way?
What does it look like from where I'm sitting? Does it look any better like 10 feet further?
Yes, Caleb, that direction.
So I just kind of revealed it. It looks a little bit still fungus, but it is a little bit more clear. As you glance off down that direction, make a perception check.
Let me stop rolling on my mouse pad. I do it so my metal dice don't make a ton of noise, but then it always rolls right off the edge and lands on a 2. So, 9.
Okay. It does look partly more clear. You do still see fungus. There also appear to be a number of bones and
Sweet.
small body parts kind of stuck up against the wall in this hallway and picked clean of meat.
Ew.
Disgusting.
Vale, what do you see?
A lot of dead shit.
Maybe we don't go that way.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that there's a bunch of dead shit everywhere.
Seems likely.
Let's go.
Yes.
And I start walking down that hallway.
Which one?
The one with a bunch of dead shit out the end of it.
The confirmed dead shit hallway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
See,
Alright.
Paula runs after Glaive and grabs his hand.
All right, someone move your token to which one you're talking about. That way, the one I just described and
Yeah.
revealed on the
Yeah,
map.
confirmed dead shit.
All right.
Yes.
Bernard or Glaive. I can't. Why am?
Write
Uh,
down the
what's the
name
name?
Glaive on a post-it note in front of you.
I have it written down 3 times.
What's that player's name?
Bernadictus is gone. Glaive.
Nice save.
You said you were going. You said you were going first down that direction.
Sapala ran up and joined me, but yes.
Okay.
Was I not supposed to?
No, just checking.
Quick question.
Yes,
Could I go ahead and activate my Blessing of the Forge?
I believe so. What does that do?
It's at the beginning of my. Oh no, I could just activate it as an action. Okay. I get a +1 bonus to AC or a +1 to attack and bonus weapon. I'm gonna go with
Okay.
AC.
Glaive, as you come around the corner here and glance on the hall, I'm going to assume the same marching order we had before.
Moving
Sure.
up.
Yeah.
Because I'm not prepared for Eldorus to book it anymore.
Okay, so you're gonna go up in front of Eldorus.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta write that down. All
Okay.
right, Glaive, as you look down the hallway here, you notice along the wall at around, well, for you a little bit taller, but for everyone else at about head height, there are a number of boil-like protrusions on the wall that kind of ebb and pulsate with a sort of organic flow, like they're filled with some sort of liquid.
How long has it been since the puppies?
You broke up there. What'd you say?
How long has it been since the puppies?
5 minutes.
Okay.
Unless those spells are longer casting time than I. Opening the book. Greater restoration. Feel free
Instant.
to.
Greater is instant.
Instant, did you say?
Yeah, they're both instant.
All right, then yeah, 5 minutes.
Okay, cool.
All right. Are you guys gonna start walking down the hall?
Yep.
Elena, check for traps.
Yeah, who saw that? Was that everybody that saw that, or
Yeah, everyone kind of saw that.
Uldoris? Um, those don't look good. Maybe stay under.
Say again.
I said those don't look very nice. Maybe keep your head below those things on the.
Okay.
All right.
You
So
got it.
you begin to walk down the hallway.
It's gonna be tricky for Glaive.
And easy enough. Sapala and Glaive beneath them. Nothing seems to happen. Vale,
Oh,
are
no,
you
I'm
keeping?
the new tallest.
Or what are you doing?
Not putting my head up there.
All right. So you're gonna kind of duck and crouch down.
Sure.
All right. So you crouch down to halfling height ish area and
Sure.
kind of waddle forward a little bit, kind of taking your time as you go by. You do kind of see those who's behind. Actually, Elena, are you doing the same thing?
What? Sorry.
Are you doing the same thing?
Yeah.
All right. So the two of you kind of waddle down, and as you do, you kind of to get a little bit bigger on the wall and kind of get smaller as you walk past. Eldora's, I assume you crouch down,
Oh yes.
and Wyatt, you. All right. All of you waddle your way forward, crouching low to the ground, moving stealthily-ish, at least mock stealthily forward down this hallway. Let me select and move forward. Glaive, make a perception. Glaive or Sapala, make a perception check.
Doris, back up.
Oh, sorry.
Not me.
Hope that bird's okay.
Okay. Oh, sweet. That's a natural 20. For
Good.
a total of 24.
Okay, natural 20. At the end of the hallway, you see a lumbering figure standing in the center of the hall, kind of twitching in place.
Hmm.
Sapala, your eyes
No.
for a brief moment light up as you see a semi-familiar of a Myconid standing at the end of this hall. A mushroom man stands before.
Speak with plants.
You cast Speak with Plants.
Yeah.
Okay, the spell goes out and you kind of feel it catch hold. Its eyes look up directly at you, black, inky, and voidless, black pus spewing from much like Quayloff did with injuries he had sustained.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you okay?
I. Who are you?
My name's Sapala.
Leave now, Sapala.
May I ask why?
You are encroaching upon the realm of the sovereign. Leave.
Is this the matron, the mother? Is that who you're speaking of?
The mother is no more.
No more.
Now there is only the sovereign.
What do you mean the mother's no more?
His head twitches to the side. Isabella,
Yes.
they are coming. If you value what is left of your life, run.
But I can help.
Help? How?
What?
How
How?
can you help?
Well, I can at least try.
The sovereign has taken Mum.
Has he harmed her?
He has become one.
Is there any way I can reverse that?
I do not. But I cannot disobey the sovereign. But I do not wish to abandon the
What?
I cannot disobey the sovereign, but I do not want to betray Matron.
What's happening?
How can
I made a promise. A promise to help you. To a few mushrooms that are exactly like you. And I'd not one to back out on promises. So if I risk my life doing this, then that's fine.
you have spoken? Another.
What?
You have spoken with another.
I have. His
What?
name was.
Tell me.
His name was Quaylon. No, his name was not Quaylon. He had a name.
Quaylon.
Oh,
Was it Quaylon?
I don't remember.
I think it was Quaylon.
I
Now.
do not know Quaylon.
I don't
But-
have his name.
That sounds like the name of one who would be of us.
Well, I have spoken to Quaylon. And I made a promise to him that I would do my best to save the mother. And I'm not fixing to back out on that promise. So I appreciate you warning me and my friends.
Make
I will
a
continue on.
persuasion check.
What's
Oh.
happening?
Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, to the rest of the party, you don't hear it. You just
Ooh,
see
okay.
Tapala kind of sitting there mumbling to herself at a twitching figure at the end of the hallway.
Fireball.
Nice.
I think she is doing
21.
Vale, or is someone casting
No.
Fireball?
No, I was
21.
21.
This figure begins to take a few steps towards you, lumbering and slow. As it steps closer, you begin to see more aspects of its figure. You see large, pus-filled injuries on its body, almost abscessive growths on its arms, where massive gouges exist. From these pustules, there are long black tubes that connect to a strange, almost backpack that is filling with this dark black ichorus. As it steps forward, it comes up directly to you, Caleb. Gets down on what would be considered its knee, gazing deeply into your eyes, the smell of decay and death emanating from this figure. I trust you. I do not know why, but I will help you.
Thank you. You have a brave soul.
You may call me Tanos.
What?
Tenoth. Tenoth?
Tanos.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Tano.
God,
These are my friends.
Quickly,
Okay.
you and all your must smear the liquid from the walls upon your body.
yeah.
Okay.
Quickly, now tell them.
Okay. So he's gonna help us. Just trust me. I need you to listen to me. You need to smear the pus from the little things on the walls on your body.
Why?
Just do it.
I actually
Why?
forgot. I was totally gonna do that earlier, before the creepy dude showed up. I was just gonna like smear it all over Eldoris.
I promise you, I will explain everything later. I just need you to do it now.
Fine. I smeared all on there.
Okay.
I'm kind of already smeared. And what is that? A
That would be
bird?
Edgar.
Oh, sorry. He wants to
Alright.
play fetch.
Let's make this short. Is anyone not smearing themselves in goo? Okay. So you all make your way over to the walls, grabbing those pus-filled sacks on the wall, and as you get closer, they seem to burst immediately as you touch them, covering
Hold your breath.
yellow black liquid that just coats your entire body. It's thick and granular. You can feel the almost substance of dirt inside the pus. As you rub it over yourselves, the smell of sulfur and vomit just fill your nostrils. But as you do, you hear immediately down the hall. And
Edgar?
let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 of those dog-like creatures from around the corner at a barreling speed. As they run directly towards you, they stop directly in front of you. For sanity's sake, I can describe. Directly in front of Wyatt, they begin almost sniffing the ground. They begin to walk past. Slowly, they're 6 feet, pattering like spiders, part on the wall, part around down the hallway. One of them, using Oldores, hops up on your shoulder and then jumps onto. The 10 of them move down, crawling along the between your legs, hopping off you until eventually out of sight and around.
Doris is standing like a statue, rigid as a book, with pure terror in his eyes.
So I really like to think Eldoris didn't know he could do that spine thing, and it was just like a feral instinctual thing. Or like a fear reaction.
Yeah, absolutely.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
how do you spell the mushroom's name?
Tanoth.
Thank
Okay,
you.
that was about the amount of letters I expected.
You are now hidden from their eyes for a short time.
Where did he go?
He turns, gesturing directly behind, along the path you're already following away. The kind of clearer stone that is less fungally grown, but in that we will find them, the sovereign and the matron.
See, Paula grabs his fungus hand and says, I will do my best to save her. And I will do my best to help your people. Thank you.
Think you
And see, Paula starts heading that way.
okay? As you come round the epidemic monsters on a card in no function. You head in this direction. This direction you see. You see the one. There is another just around the another watching, holding what appears to be a crude blade in his hand of just raw iron. As you pass, it plants the blade in the ground, takes a knee and bows its head towards you. As you walk, assuming everyone is walking with Paula,
Oh yes.
you pass by and see into the shadows beady reflections of small eyes watching you. 5, 10 sets, 15 sets. Off to the right hand side of that hallway, innumerable eyes glint like a sea of stars watching you, intent on your every move. As you step into the next room, the fungus seems to fade away a little bit more, leaving larger mushrooms in their wake. Instead of the hundreds and thousands of tiny clusters, there is now large stalks reaching 15 feet into the air. You press on a few. A minute passes as you walk down this tile floor, getting deeper and deeper. The air getting slightly warmer, but not quite as blistering as it was next to the lava. In front of you, you see the opening of a cavern. As you step into the cavern, the world around you becomes magical again. You see an ecosystem. Large mushroom trees, 40 feet tall, span this entire room. You see more of the myconids walking about, their forms twisted and mutilated, but almost seem to be farming the trees area for more of black Icarus sap. In the center, you see a structure, a small stone building, buried and covered in stone. As you walk toward it, you see two myconid guards on the outside, those crude iron swords in hand. They glance at you and take the same knee the soldier from Sapala. You are aware, speak plants, the hushed tone here from all of them. They've come. They've come to help us. They are to save us. They are to save the
I'm
matron.
gonna cry.
They've come. They've come for us.
I can't believe this is happening right now.
As you pass into the structure, It opens up into a depressed floor that goes down. The stairs ascend. I have not gotten a chance to finish this thingamabob that does the. So this is going to be in progress as we are.
That's okay.
You see the hallway descend to a rectangular chamber in which there is not a vessel. I need to quickly search the word mushroom.
Is that the Master Sword?
That is the master sword. You have
We did it, guys.
you did it. Da, 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 da.
We win.
There we go. A massive fungal growth
It's dangerous to go alone.
spans this room. At the very center of it, as you approach, you see a figure, not standing in front of this mushroom, not kneeling, not sitting, but almost part of the mushroom. Its arms lashed at odd angles, sides of legs pulled prostrate against by hundreds of tiny tendrils. Its face pulled back in a continual scream. The eyes wide open, staring directly at you, flesh pulled from the face by these fungal tendrils. Its skeletal nose and mouth agape in a massive wordless scream. You see hanging around its neck a large chain, holding upon it a symbol. 2 capital letter T. For those of you that don't remember a game we played over a year ago, this was the medallion Tincture of Taldore. You are gazing upon the true body and form of Ryla, the rose that wilts, fused man and mushroom at the end of the room. A voice echoes from it. I see you. Not with the eyes I've been, but with my eyes. How did you get past all my subjects?
That's
They've
for
got
me to
better
know.
charm.
And oh,
Can everyone place their figures here for me, please?
We might have a Gina Lena again, but yeah.
Oh no. Quick, use your size. Get him. Oh god, we're tiny. Mine is gonna be the normal
Oh,
sized one.
there we go. Yeah.
Oh, we're
Excuse
down
me.
here.
I don't know how to
Where
do
are we,
this
Cal?
correctly.
Yeah, in that room in a straight line.
Preferably in a straight line.
Okay, I give up. I can't.
Elena, you were in front of me, I believe.
I'll get you a sip. I got you.
Thank you.
You were checking for traps.
Sipalicious.
Sipalicious definition.
Oh, I forgot the space.
I has 2 cats right now.
I have a lot of. I don't want to deal with whatever this thing is.
Right.
Same. Can we just set on fire?
Hey, Sapala.
No.
How are we gonna kill the sovereign without killing his mother? If they're
I'll
fused together.
Figure it out, okay?
I really kind of want to just kill him.
Fail.
It's 10,000 gold.
No.
Hmm.
Okay, so it asked a question. Is anyone responding?
Said what I said.
Vale did.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
Vale
for
said
us
better
to know
charm.
and you to find out.
So I am betrayed by my followers. Is that to be my understanding?
No, they just
No.
have better manners.
Forced subjects?
Well, this shall be. But I am done talking.
We
Yeah,
all
and you're a
are.
bastard of a leader.
Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, I rolled well.
Okay, Sarenrae, if you ever gave a shit about me, now's the time.
Sorry,
I
darling.
mean, that's pretty mixed results right there. But I believe it's a failure. So
All right, I need to know who got higher than
Huh?
What?
who got a 20 or higher.
I got a dirty 20.
Jeez.
I got a 20.
Okay,
Pretty sure your mushroom friend wants us dead.
It's not the mushroom.
He led us to the bad guy, the exact opposite of the way we wanted to go.
Well, you know, I made a promise.
She also did. She also did say I want her to help. He led her to where she was going.
Okay,
I never
have
said
two
y'all had to
characters.
come with me.
That's very true.
All right, is that everyone that got over 20?
Just Peggy?
No, Peggy and Glaive.
Oh, and
Peggy.
Okay,
Glaive.
I
so
have
Two
From-
cats, guys.
the two of you are immune to this following effect. But the rest of you, the walls around suddenly fall away, and you see yourself in a massive gladiatorial arena, in which in the center stands
Wait, I spaced out. Was that a was that what was that again?
con
Con
save.
Con save. So for some reason I thought that was initiative. So I only added 3. I got over 20.
Oh, look
All
at
right.
you.
All right, and Wyatt. All right, so you're fine. So those of you that failed, you see yourself in the middle of a massive gladiatorial arena, and in the center, you see the very small form of Rylon in his human body, wielding a Roman gladius and shield. You are going to have disadvantage on your attack rolls on him because you don't know where his true is. The rest of you passed, seeing nothing, but you do see the walls suddenly go and begin to fill with porous gas that you were able to not be affected. However, now I need initiative.
Ooh, yes.
Oh,
If I,
shoot.
if I cauterize my lungs, then he can't affect me. What?
Mm,
Little roll on the table eventually.
mm,
There.
I can see Cal.
What?
Cal.
Hi.
Rylan, no! Go back to the other accent, please!
Oh man, hello there.
Oh, thank God. By the way,
Alright.
your myconid is terrifying and disgusting, and it's really good.
Thank you, I think.
So I'm not rolling very well tonight, guys. I think I'm gonna see myself out.
I feel
Okay.
you, man. I feel you.
Yeah.
25 to 20.
I got
22.
24.
I got 22.
Elaine, you got a 24?
Yes.
Mm.
20 to 15?
15 for Uldor.
That'll be a 17 Glaive.
Did you get mine, Cal?
I heard you, yep.
Did you get mine?
What'd you get?
22 also.
No, I did not get that. Sapal, you were
George,
23?
We're initiative twin. No, we're I
She-
got 22.
The two
No
of us are
offense.
22.
No offense
We
on
got-
letting Sif go first on that one.
Okay.
Why can't we go at the same time?
It will be, but this is.
Sip's got a higher dex. I understand.
Oh, fine, you'll go first, damn it.
No, that's
Wouldn't
cool.
you
No, I was
technically
gonna
have a
let her
higher-
go first anyway.
Too bad.
Aww.
I just wanted the option.
Wyatt, what'd you get?
Thanks, George.
Wyatt, what'd you get?
Oh, 12.
Oh, Doris, what did you get?
15.
Oh, okay. You said you rolled bad. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I've been. None of my rolls have been very good.
Okay, so
What's that like?
So
at the start of the round, Elena. But what was that? So
okay,
quiet.
I won't be able to stay awake during combat.
What?
You're going to bed?
I have to. I'm not gonna be able to stay awake for this combat.
You worked overtime today.
I did.
Okay,
Do
I
you want
guess.
to pause
uh,
it then?
If it's okay.
Okay. Sure. We
Not
will pick
okay.
cliffhanger. We're picking
But
this
I'll
up next
allow it.
week. I just realized that Sapala threw down 4 tokens. So
What?
Is she copying herself?
Sabala cast mirror
it's over
image.
here.
Oh,
My God. The cavalry. Thank God.
That's funny.
She was saying she didn't. She was figuring like I don't know what's going on. And I saw the pictures.
Alright.
That's
Bye,
funny.
everybody.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Surprise. See, Paula actually is 4 people.